Just when you thought we were gone, they pull us back. Welcome to a special edition of Show Us Your TDs Super Bowl style. I'm Melky, and let's get the party started now. Of course, I'm joined with the main man, the 2020 fantasy football champion. It's Goobie. What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be back. Happy to be doing another TD's podcast, Super Bowl style. We're also here with our two special guests. First off, we have Kevin. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's go talk some Super Bowl football.
Yeah, man. And then obviously from the Wow I Had Mustard podcast and the Toronto podcast, I'm just going to call it the Toronto podcast, Ball Walker. What's up, bud?
Yeah, happy Super Bowl week, everybody. Really excited to talk to Kevin. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't like Eagle fans anyway, so fuck y'all.
You know what, though? It's not about the Eagles or the Cowboys or the Broncos. It's about the Bucks and the Chiefs.
We're here.
Super Bowl 55, and it's in Tampa. Guys, man, like, this is it, man. Brady versus Mahomes. You can't ask for a better Cinderella story over here. I love it. It's gonna be great.
Cinderella in the story.
Yeah. Cinderella in the story is Patrick Mahomes, man. I didn't think he was gonna pull through with the whole fucking injury and concussion stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like he was a terrible player before the concussion. He was a baller before that, right? It's not a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
I don't know why you hate him. Foster benched him when you played him.
Yeah, the only one who hates on him is Kevin Foster.
I also hate Patrick Mahomes because he's gonna be the next Brady. Anyways, let's get into this, guys. Man, like, I'm just gonna go over quickly a quick stat. Brady's got 401 completions this year, 65% completion rating, 4,633 yards, 40 touchdowns, 102 quarterback rating. Mahomes 390 completions, 66% completion rate, 4,740 yards, 38 TDs. They both have a few rushes and a couple touchdowns for that. What do you guys think, man? Bob, what do you think about this matchup?
Your classic Cinderella matchup. No, but in all seriousness, I'm done doubting Brady, man. I'm done. I'm not going to do it anymore. So Brady's winning the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay, first ever Super Bowl, certified GOAT. So I'm not doubting it anymore. Melky, I know you agree.
Okay, Melky, what's up?
Well, yeah, no, I absolutely agree. But this is like the clash of the Titans. You've got the GOAT against potentially a future GOAT. And there's so many implications in this Super Bowl. Whereas honestly, if Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks win, it's the first time a team is host, and it would be the first time a team has won. Patrick Mahomes and company win, it's back to back, and he would be the youngest to go back to back at 25, because the record holder is adversary Tom Brady, who did it at 26. So there's just a lot going on in this game. Man, like I can't wait. I picked these two in our bracket. Sorry, guys, you guys didn't. I knew this was going to happen. Man, what more can you say? You have two of the greatest quarterbacks going head to head. Two teams that are just matched up beautifully. Like if you look at obviously the quarterback battle we just talked about, but the wide receivers on Tampa, you got Mike Evans, you got Godwin, you got AB. Over on KC, you got Tyreek Hill. You've got Hardman, you got Sammy Watkins, if he can stay out of concussion protocol. Running backs, you got Ronald Jones and Fournette on Tampa. You've got Goobie's favorite running back on KC, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell, Williams. And then obviously like that tight end matchup, you've got the guy who used to be the greatest tight end against the guy who is the greatest tight end, Gronk versus Kelsey. And then like the defenses, there's some good defensive players on both teams. We want to highlight Ndamukong Suh, JPP, Mr. I only have two fingers left. Shaq Barrett, Devin White, and then, you got the Honey Badger on the other side with Breland and Ward and, Okafor. So they're like, it's, what more can you ask for? Like, the stars have aligned to give us this spectacular Super Bowl.
I can't agree more, man.
You kind of just said everything there. I actually think the biggest matchup is going to be Tampa Bay secondary versus Tyreek Hill, because when they played in November 29th this year, Tyreek Hill went off. 13 receptions, 269 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and he had 208 yards in the first quarter. So that right there, that's the key matchup. The other matchup is probably going to be, because they did contain Kelsey somewhat in that game. That he went 8 receptions for 82 yards, but Gronk went off for 10 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown. So that's going to be a big match on the other side. So in terms of pass rush, it's going to be more important for KC's pass rush to get to Brady as it is for Tampa's pass rush to get to Mahomes, because Mahomes is elusive. Brady stays in the pocket and he's slow. So if KC can pull their ears back and go right at Brady, they have more of a chance of success. If Tampa Bay is like if Dominican Sue can get to Mahomes has shown time and time again that he can get away from that defender and make a play. So if it's good, so I think it's going to be more on the Tampa Bay defense side. It's going to be more on the secondary, shutting down Tyreek Hill, and that's kind of where if Tampa Bay can do that, they win the Super Bowl.
I actually think we're finally going to have that high offense scoring Super Bowl everybody wants to see. This could be a gunslinging Super Bowl, honestly.
Yeah. What was the score of the regular season game, Kev?
I had it here. It was high scoring.
26-10.
27-24 for the Chiefs.
Yeah. So it was a, like Bob just alluded to, it probably will be another high scoring affair. It's 2 high octane offenses. It's not like it's New England versus LA or last year's San Fran and KC. These are 2 offensive juggernauts.
I will say this: even though at the time Tampa Bay was 7-5, and even though they lost that game, this is the game. This was the game when they had their offense started humming and they went off. They rattled off win after win after win. Right. They went undefeated after this game for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a second offensive coordinator in Brady on the field.
Yeah.
So I think Arian, he put his ego aside and just said, you know what, I should just let this guy take over, because obviously it's not working with me trying to run the show. So hopefully, he stays to the course and let Brady be Brady.
Kevin, who'd you? I don't know if you said who you thought was going to win.
Oh, I'd say the Bucs are going to win.
We're going to say the Bucs going to win?
Okay, hold on. I want to see the Bucs win. But if I was a betting man, as of right now, I put my money on KC. However, if I see halfway through the game that KC or Tampa Bay secondary shut down Tyreek Hill, I'll make another bet at halftime for Tampa.
No, I agree. But I think it's going to be based off this quarterback matchup for sure. This game is definitely going to be a quarterback matchup. And I was talking to one of our friends, Alan, who says he wants Tampa Bay to lose because he'd rather Bell get the Super Bowl ring than Antonio Brown. And you know what, man? Like, it's funny that these 2 are in the Super Bowl. I find that hilarious.
It's funny that they were in the Super Bowl and the Steelers lost to the Browns.
Right? Yeah. That's just funny right there. It's gonna be a huge matchup though. But yeah, I think it's going to be mainly on the defenses trying to stop these guys from balling out all game. I'm not keen on their running backs. That's just me. He's Fournette, man. He's not the greatest. He's a decent player. He's not I don't think he's number 1. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, everybody knows what I think about him, right, Melky?
On that note, though, I think if Fournette can get some sort of game, if he can get 80 yards and then maybe another 40, 45 yards in the catch pass game, Tampa Bay, that'll open up Tampa Bay's passing game. And,
definitely.
And I think that with that, along with the defense, I would believe Tampa Bay would win the Super Bowl. But
I'm glad you hit on that, because if you looked at Fournette's all his games in the playoffs, or even before that, Brady's been short passing to him like what he did in New England, and it's actually working. And like you just said, it opens up the field for the offense. Even Ronald Jones, so you don't know what you're getting. Ronald Jones will plow through people, whereas Fournette, he can do both. So I think in that regard, that gives Tampa maybe a leg up, because Clyde's coming off injury. Bell looks like he doesn't want to be there, even though he's got a chance to win the Super Bowl. He just looks disinterested. Looks like he wants to go make another rap album and fail miserably.
McCoy, he's done. He's old.
Oh yeah.
Well, McCoy said he's going to retire most likely after this game. I got a question.
If they can get the running game going with Fournette, that opens up the play action. So
I got a question for you guys. From each team, which player besides the quarterbacks you think is going to have a standout game?
Antonio Brown, baby.
AB? I like it.
He doesn't deserve it, and that's why he's going to get it. He's going to get like 2 TDs or something, and he'll have a game to shut up all the haters. And it's like the haters just don't like you having an assault charge, but whatever. So. Talent trumps all, man.
I think fucking AB is just gonna go back to trying fighting Logan Paul. If they lose this, he's gonna be like, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna go back and try to fight Logan Paul and make some money off of that. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a defensive player from either side. I say either Jason Pierre-Paul or Ndamukong Suh. For
it's like this or something.
Don't play with fireworks, kids. Okay, don't play with fireworks. I think it's gonna be one of those two. I think it could come down to whoever can get to the quarterback the most and get some sacks going to change the games around. So I think for defensive, I think it'll go to probably. I'm going to say Jason Pierre-Paul.
All right, Kev, who do you think?
For KC, I'm going to go offense. I think, I believe Tyreek Hill's the easy choice, but I actually believe that they're going to key on him. So I think Travis Kelce's going to be the X factor in the offense. And then on on Tampa Bay side, Mike Evans needs to have a good game.
He had a good game in Green Bay.
Yeah, he needs to go, and Leonard Fournette needs to. I believe the running game needs to work. So I got 2. I got Mike Evans. He's gonna have the deep ball. He's gonna burn the KC defenders, and Leonard Fournette is gonna do the slant or the catch and pass, and he's gonna just eat up like 8 or 9 yards on those plays, and it'll be like third and short, second and short, and that gives Brady the whole playbook to work with.
So use the old Patriot playbook.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I like it. Bob took the words out of my mouth with AB. I think AB, because he hasn't been there, is just ready to ball out and just prove to the world that, I'm the best, even though he's a piece of shit. But
coming off a knee injury, though, how many snaps are you going to get?
Well, I think you go all or nothing, right? This could still be his last game, regardless.
I think it will be his last game.
Oh, yeah. I got the Honey Badger on KC.
Nice, I like that.
He disturbs a lot, and he's one of those guys you forget he's out there, and then boom, he has an interception, or he just makes a play that turns the tide. So I like the Honey Badger on KC. I like actually a running back on Tampa. I think Ronald Jones. Look for an unsung hero like Ronald Jones. Might not have a lot in yards, but the goal line stuff, look for him to plow in and steal the little small stuff. So I think it's going to be like Matthew's not really an unsung hero, but along those lines.
I would say Sammy Watkins has a big game, but
watch him too.
So I didn't get my KC pick in, but
go for it.
I'm going to say Anthony Hitchens. Or
I thought you could pick
Or Harrison Butker, the kicker. No, I'm kidding. No, Anthony Hitchens, man. Again, I think it's going to be defensive MVP if it's not Mahomes or Brady.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna disagree.
If it's not Mahomes or Brady, it's going to be a defensive. It's got to be a defensive MVP because I think that's what they're going to look for. It's either going to be a huge, high-scoring game or the defenses are going to show up. And I'm looking at Anthony Hitchens to be one of those big key players in the game.
Yeah, well, just quickly, I didn't do my Casey pick after you guys did all that. I'll just go different. I'm going to say Kelsey.
Yeah!
Talking about goal line stuff, so
Yes,
that's my Casey pick for having a game if they light up.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick. Speaking of MVPs, let's highlight the two MVPs of the Super Bowl in the GOAT, Tom Brady, versus possibly the future GOAT in Patrick Mahomes. This, like I was saying earlier, this is a colossal matchup with two of the best in the game. If you look at Tom Brady, he's got 6 rings. Patrick Mahomes has 1. Brady's been to 10 Super Bowl appearances. Mahomes has been to 2. Brady's been in the league for over 20 years. Mahomes only 4. Brady's 43. Mahomes is 25. Guys, what do you think of this matchup? And who has more to lose? Who has more to gain? And if Mahomes beats Brady, is he put in the conversation of the GOAT?
I'm going to say Brady has the most to lose. For one reason and one reason only. I'm going to say that if he doesn't beat Patrick Mahomes, there's going to be the asterisk, like, could he have ever beat Patrick Mahomes? And it's not a huge asterisk. Obviously, he's going to be the GOAT no matter what. But, like, it's going to be like, would he ever, like, if he doesn't make it back to the Super Bowl, which I'm sure he probably will eventually, but if he doesn't, like, and they lose, and Mahomes beats him, and say Mahomes in the next 15 years gets 5 rings, then it's like, is the GOAT Mahomes? Because he's beat Brady, and Brady never beat him.
See, I actually think it's the reverse of that. Because if Mahomes doesn't beat Brady and they never meet up again and Brady retires, everybody will be questioning, well, dude, you had the chance to beat the GOAT and you didn't do it. So you didn't really prove yourself. And I actually think Brady has less stress on him because if he wins, it certifies him as the GOAT all time. There's no discussion because he went with 2 different teams, one in his first year with the second team, dominated both divisions. It just makes him the GOAT. So I think Mahomes actually has more to lose. And it's so hard. If they lose this back-to-back, then what happens? Some players leave. They change up the team. They might not have an easy route coming back. I honestly think KC is sick, but...
Kev, you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Muted. I'll kind of repeat what he was saying. He was just saying how great it was.
Sign language.
No, I kind of okay. So while he's trying to figure that out, maybe come back, Kev, like log in and log out. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of agree with you on that whole aspect. It could go either way.
Yeah,
It's hard to say. Like again, you alluded to is if Mahomes doesn't beat him. It's going to be that asterisk if fucking Mahomes goes 5 Super Bowls and wins them, gets 5 rings. Well, you couldn't beat Brady.
Exactly.
It's kind of like what I said with my buddy at work the other day. I was like, would Josh Allen be in the MVP category if Brady was still in New England? Because they beat New England twice. And if they didn't, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs. The Bills would have been out of the playoffs. So, like, it's kind of got that kind of feel to it, right? Like,
Yeah.
So I'm not very sure.
That's interesting about Al. Go Melk. Sorry, buddy.
I was just gonna piggyback off your answer. I think Mahomes, like, he's lost to him in the playoffs when Brady was in the AFC. I know he's beat him in the regular season, so it's almost like this is like the final battle to decide, right? Like, as if Brady wins 7, I don't care who you are, no one's catching that.
No,
not anybody, not God, not Jeebus, nobody's catching it. So and if Mahomes, like on the flip side, if he beats him, he doesn't actually have to get to 6, because I think if you've taken down the powerhouse, I think that kind of solidifies you as, the next GOAT. Because let's face it, KC's team is built to win for the future, the now and the future.
Well, plus your favorite coach, man, leading the charge. So, of course.
That stupid Walrus.
You love him.
He screwed me over.
Yeah, I actually love him as an Eagles fan. So I predict Tampa Bay, and man, I don't drink the haterade. So I'm glad if Brady wins, but I feel happy if Andy Reid wins his 2nd with KC. I will be happy with that. I also want LaShawn McCoy to win too. So.
Who wins in a cheeseburger eating contest? The Walrus.
Do you not think that Andy Reid has already put down so much food this week alone before the game?
Nervous eater.
Well, his wife's been slaving and cooking away, to set the ease. But I think like between him and have you guys ever watched any participant from my 600-pound life?
Nah.
No.
Well, I think them against him in a cheeseburger eating contest. I think the Walrus has it hands down.
He is not that bad. You're just being sassy now. Come on.
So just for technical difficulties, circumstances, I did read a message from Kevin saying he had to restart his computer.
Okay.
So
sewer him on the air. Just let it go. Nobody would have known.
Nah, man, you gotta give it out. You gotta let the people know why we're missing another one.
Yeah, he said he hated all our fans and he left, so I don't know. Don't read into that.
But yeah, GOAT, like you said, man, GOAT versus future, and one of the reasons why I hate Patrick Mahomes is because I feel
why do you
like
hate him?
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in
yeah, tell us. Like,
okay?
Let's hear this.
Everybody hates Tom Brady because he always fucking wins. He's always going to the Super Bowl. He's not always winning the Super Bowl, but he wins most of the time he's there. Mahomes is going to be, I feel like, is going to be the next Tom Brady. You're going to see Mahomes in the playoffs for the next 10 to 15 years, plus the Super Bowl, probably at least, I'd say 75% of that.
Dude, he's in the AFC. Who gives a shit?
I don't want to see it all time. I like the underdogs. I like.
No.
Parody's overrated. Parody is so overrated.
It's not his fault that, first of all, he's gifted.
Yes, it is. He tries too hard.
And it's also not his. There she is.
There he is.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
So, GOAT versus future, Kevin. What do you think?
What were you about to say before you disappeared?
I was going to say Patrick Mahomes, he has more to lose in this game than Brady. Brady's already shown that he's the GOAT by taking another team to the Super Bowl. His only knock his entire career was that he was a system quarterback, and he couldn't have done it without Brady. His first year, he couldn't have done it without Belichick. His first year without Belichick, Belichick doesn't even make the playoffs, and Brady's going to the Super Bowl. So on that alone, win or lose, Brady's still the best quarterback to ever do it. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't win, alluding to what Jesse said, he'll always have that. It's like, well, you had an opportunity to beat the greatest and you didn't do it. The only way he can go through that is win multiple Super Bowls and be considered maybe the second best. So I think Patrick Mahomes, for his legacy, even though it's very early in his NFL career, he has more to gain and more to lose than Brady does. Brady's already established as the best, and his only knock was, like I said, his only knock his entire career was that he couldn't do it without Belichick. Well, Belichick couldn't do it without Brady. So,
how pissed off do you think Belichick would be if Brady gets this done?
Well, remember when he threw the phone? Something like that.
His house phone this time.
I think he'll be happy for Brady and just pissed at his own organization that Brady won. That's how he's going to react. Like, he's proud of Brady, but he's pissed that they sewered their future to get those rings with him, and now Brady's gone. They're fucked.
Yeah, but he's the one that pushed him out the door.
Yeah.
Remember, he wanted to keep porn star Jimmy over.
I know. Yeah.
I got a question. Do you think Belichick will be more happy that Brady wins or Rob Gronkowski wins?
Gronk.
But okay, so you know what, man? There's more going on this week than just the Super Bowl, and that's a pretty decent, or I wouldn't say decent trade, but big trade. Stafford traded for Jared Goff. Detroit gets two future first-round draft picks, a third-round draft pick, and Jared Goff, and the Rams get Matthew Stafford. That's unbelievable. By the way, more technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Yeah, so while that's happening, first off, unreal Stafford's going to the Rams, like that they have a scary QB, because Stafford is legit. That makes the Rams a legitimate contender in the NFC next year. But Detroit, they might have won that trade, even though they got Goff in return, because those draft picks, unreal. So, first off, does that writing actually show up in the recording? People will see that?
I hope so. I hope so, because it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, I kind of agree. You know what though? If Detroit kind of goes down in the ranks for like draft picks and stuff, and they get the Rams first round draft picks plus freaking their own first round draft picks, they could get some decent wide receivers for Jared Goff. And I think that'll be. Why are you guys laughing so hard?
We're doing our best impression of Kevin.
Oh.
It was good too. Not to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. I was confused for a second. I was like, what am I doing wrong? But no, I think it was a shitty trade in general. It sounded like a fucking trade that was gonna happen in our fantasy league.
Yeah, but you can't trade picks in our league, man.
No, well, actually, technically we can, because we said
you can at the beginning, not while we play.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it sounds like a fucking shitty trade in our fucking fantasy league. But like I said, man, if Detroit, goes to the bottom of the pack for the next couple of years and gets good first round draft picks from.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you.
But you're still frozen.
I'm still frozen.
Yeah, it's all good though.
It's okay.
As long as you can talk.
The emotionless wonder.
But yeah, so that's good for them. Stafford going to the Rams, like Jesse alluded to, man, it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing. Good wide receivers, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, man. Like, that's a fantasy value right there. That's
but Matt Stafford, he's actually not going to get just sacked almost every time. Like, that's the one big bonus when he's going to the Rams. That offensive line.
Hey.
Oh, legit.
You know it's bad when your phone is more powerful than your computer. I gotta get.
Let's go to our field reporter, Kevin.
Just so you know, buddy, we're talking Stafford trade, Goff trade. We've kind of gone over Detroit getting some good picks, maybe, and giving Goff some weapons, and then Stafford with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, the Lions, much as I love Stafford, the Lions won that trade hands down.
Yep.
Like, unless, you know what, the only way LA wins that trade is that they come out and they win a Super Bowl with Stafford. That's the only way they win that, but they gave up so much. And they gave up a lot for Ramsey, too. A lot of picks for Ramsey, too. So they don't really have a future.
Yeah, they don't care about picks there, apparently.
Sounds like Jerry Jones.
No, they put all their chips in. It's Super Bowl or bust for them with in the next 2-3 years, because all those players are being paid and they're not going to be able to keep everyone. So we're going to really see what Stafford's made of the next couple seasons, they better win the West and they better go deep in the playoffs. It's, again, basically Super Bowl or bust. This is what Sean McVay wanted. So now it's got to take him to the promised land. Stafford's got to deliver. I do like what you added, Jesse, about he has an offensive line, so he won't, be on his ass half the time. But Detroit, this is a touchdown for Detroit.
Yeah, Melky, wasn't it you in the group chat who sent what the other offers from other teams were? Like, Kev's right. Oh. No wonder Detroit won this trade because they were only getting picks from other teams. Yeah. Now you get Goff, so you get a serviceable quarterback replacement. You don't worry about a starter next year. And those picks, what a steal.
Well,
I love Stafford.
I've always loved Stafford.
Yeah.
Well, Goff is a bridge. It's a bridge quarterback anyways, because if he doesn't work out, you have picks. You have picks in draft picks in your cupboard,
Yeah.
Unreal. And it's, Detroit finally did something right. Let's put it out.
And this actually really shows what Stafford is going to be made of, because he's now, like, he was in the NFC North. Yes, he has to deal with Rodgers, but outside of Rodgers, he really had no competition in terms of quarterback. I'm sorry, Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry, Mitchell Trubisky, or whatever the hell your name is. You guys suck.
Especially Kirk.
But now Stafford's going to the NFC West, where you have to deal with Jimmy G, who's probably the worst quarterback in that division. And now you got to compete against twice now Russell Wilson with DK and Lockett, and Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
This is really going to show what Stafford is made of. And if he can get on connected early with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, watch out.
What do you? Oh, go ahead, Goob. Go ahead.
I love Stafford. I've always thought he was a pretty good quarterback and could be a great quarterback. I used to pick him up back in the fantasy leagues 3-4 years ago as my number one quarterback. But yeah, it's good for Stafford, I think. But it's also good for Detroit.
It's good for Detroit's future. It's good for Stafford now.
Yeah.
And Stafford's a warrior, man. His first couple years in the league, he was nicknamed Mr. Glass.
Everybody
always
knows
got
that
hurt.
video. Yeah, where he with his
he always got hurt, and then I don't know what happened, but he toughened up.
Sounds like a Tony Romo to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo, man, Tony Romo played with a broken clavicle and won a game. Okay?
Yeah, he's great in the booth when he gets injured too. Question for you guys.
Well, at least he's in the Super Bowl finally.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, question though for you guys. For the Rams, how many years until this is a bust and they blow it up? 2 years, 3 years? Like, what do you guys with Stafford now? What do you think?
2 to 3 years. Tops.
Yeah, you have to give him at least 2 years.
I think 2 years too, for sure.
Even if they don't make it in 2 years, they'll start looking at personnel changes in terms of line coaches or coordinators and stuff like that. They're not touching that team, and that'll be like the last thing they do.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have any first round picks until what, 2026?
Yeah, 26 or 27.
27. Yeah. So you better get it done.
Do you think, kind of final note, do you think if the Rams had Stafford this year, they would have beat Green Bay?
Oh.
Oof. That's a great question.
With LaFleur's play in the playoffs?
Maybe.
No?
No,
it depends. It depends because Green Bay put up like 34 on that defense.
32-18 was the final score.
Yeah, 32-18. So that's tough. Aaron Donald was not himself that game. He was playing hurt. A lot of those players were playing hurt. So it'd be interesting to see if they had Stafford and Aaron Donald was the Aaron Donald that we all know of. I think it would have been a lot closer than that score. It'd be interesting.
Well, LaFleur didn't fuck up that game, so I still think Green Bay would have won. It would have been maybe closer. Right.
I chose Green Bay to win it all, man. So what am I to say?
I chose the Bills, so fuck it.
Yeah, I chose Green Bay too. I got KC part right, but I chose the Bills.
Yeah.
Well, shame on all three of you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, speaking of more quarterbacks, we've probably got the top prize quarterback that's available this offseason. We're talking about Deshaun Watson, DW. So, boys, with all the rumblings and everything you've heard, and now that Stafford's on the is officially on the move, where do you see disgruntled Deshaun Watson going?
Do you guys want me to just go with my 7 fucking picks right now? I'll make it quick though. Miami, Carolina, New Orleans. If
Carolina's involved.
New Orleans, if they don't want Hill to be number 1 yet. New England, San Francisco, the Jets, and Washington. Those are my picks, and they're all decent picks. I think Miami, if they trade for Tua, and and maybe a couple of draft picks for Watson, I think him and Parker could have a really good tandem going.
So you think Miami's already given up on Tua?
Yeah.
I love that answer. That's such a good answer. Yeah, well, I do.
I do.
Well, fuck yourself, Kevin.
Yeah. Well, since you guys blurted that out, I'm going to go next, and my choice is Miami. For that reason, I think Miami's got the number 3 pick in this year's draft, which belongs to Houston, which they got from Houston. They have Tua that they can give, who's a project in himself. They have other assets. And guess what? There's no state income tax. So why the fuck would Watson not want to go there? I think it's a perfect scenario. He could battle the Buffalo Bills in that division, whereas New England and the Jets will continue to suck. Why not? It's Miami. It's South Beach. Who wouldn't want to be there? I could see him ending up there and real soon.
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he's gonna sit out the season. We saw what Troy got for Stafford, so that's gonna be the base. And Watson's agent now is like, well, Stafford, you got a quarterback and 2 first-round picks. Well, we're gonna want more than that because he's gonna rep his player up. I don't see a lot of teams outside of maybe the Jets giving up 3 first-round picks and a player for Watson. What has Watson really proven? Not much. Yeah. So, he's a good quarterback. He is. He's what's the guy from Baltimore? Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. He's like Lamar Jackson, but can throw. But really, he hasn't shown he got the passing title this year, but he hasn't really won many big games. So I don't. Stafford has a pedigree in a sense where he's been pretty consistent around with the crappy team. They actually had players for Deshaun, but they got rid of them. But
is that Deshaun's fault though?
I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm just saying I don't think a team's going to give up multiple first-round picks plus a player, and it's going to be more than 2 first-round picks for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a lot of teams doing that. I think the one destination would be who's a heavy pick team right now. Maybe Detroit, maybe the Lions, or maybe the Jets. I can see him going to the Jets, but
I would just kind of throw this out there. 2018, he was 11-5 with Houston. 2019, he went 10-5 with Houston. So I really think he is a viable quarterback, and Kevin's kind of right that Stafford trade's definitely going to be a benchmark for his trade because I think we're all in agreement that Watson's a better quarterback than Stafford and Goff.
And younger. He's 25 years old.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a big deal, and someone's gonna have to pay a hefty price for him. Whether or not someone does or not, like Kevin alluded to, he might just sit out. But people don't like that. People don't like the people who just sit out and wait. So,
I hate that. You're letting down your teammates regardless of if you're sitting out for your own reasons. That's the selfish play on a team game. I wouldn't want a player like that on my team, no matter how talented he is.
Players are bigger than teams now. That's the age we live in pretty much nowadays.
It depends on TikTok videos, right?
Yeah. So I actually thought going into this pod, he's going to Miami. My brother's a Dolphins fan, so he's believing the hype, all of that. He wants Watson. But I'm going to change it up now and say the 49ers. Yeah. I think this Catholic pastor fuck is gonna want Jimmy G, his white choir boy, tall, and then Deshaun's just gonna go to San Francisco, light it up there.
Imagine
I
if
like
Sean
that.
Watson went to San Fran. Imagine that division.
I know. That's what I'm thinking
Oh
about.
my god.
In the
I
Bay.
personally want him to go to Carolina because I think that's a good fit. He's got moves like what the fuck's his name? Cam Newton, right? So like it would be a really good fit down there, and I think they could go far, especially if they get a decent number one wide receiver.
Yeah,
But-
him and McCaffrey would be fine. But it's just how many picks, like how many extra picks does Carolina have? It's just the picks are so valuable now, and if you want to waste your entire future on a guy, then go ahead. But
He should go to the Jets, man. The Jets should just go all in.
like I understand, like some teams need to pull the trigger and do it. That's what the Rams did because they got a feeling they're going to do it now. But there's not a lot of teams that have that kind of depth.
Yeah, there's not a lot of quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson. Regardless if he hasn't done anything yet, the potential is there. And at an age of 25, he's in his prime. Like at the age of 25, you need to capitalize on that now. And you put him on a team like San Fran, Carolina, even Washington. Imagine Washington if they were able to get him.
Washington had RG3 and they destroyed that guy's leg. So
yeah, but Watson's way better.
Different regime. I get it, but
way different quarterback. I'm just saying, if you have a chance to get arguably a top 5 quarterback in his prime, I think you do whatever it takes to nab him.
Do you think New England has enough to get him?
What's that? What's that, guys?
Go ahead, Kev.
I was gonna say, are you willing to part ways with 4 first-round picks and a starting quarterback for him?
Yeah, if my starting quarterback is the Jets quarterback or porn star Jimmy, or no offense to Teddy Brownwater, but you know what? Sorry, Watson is a huge upgrade to those guys. So yeah, I'm gonna mortgage my future on a guy who's in his prime who could put my team from there to there.
I mean, New England's got the cap space now since they got rid of Brady. So
they don't. They do not have the cap space to get rid of Brady. Brady always took a minimum, and he got most of his contract in a bonus. He took pay cuts so they could build around him.
True, but I'm pretty sure they still have a very high cap space. I'm not
sure
exactly.
They have cap space. They have capital, but they have nothing for Watson to work with. If you're like their defense, the guys that sat out this year, they're coming back. Their defense is going to be stout. Yeah. That's Belichick's signature. They just need some weapons on the offensive side. So Watson could go there, but
New England's number 4 in caps.
In cap space. So there you go.
Yeah.
Bob, what are you thinking over there? I know you got some deep thoughts going.
No, I was actually listening to you guys. This was interesting. I was just trying to think, first off, if he did go to the 49ers, crazy, that division. I just don't see him going to New England. And I was thinking more what Kev said about that price. I know it's an example, the 4 first plus, that's high for me unless I'm a win now team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, I know that he's sick and he can change all of that, but if you're not this close to winning where he's just going to take you to that next step where you're in the Super Bowl, in the NFL, that's a lot of like future defensive or offensive. Like, I don't know. You can build a lot with those picks and those players. That's a lot.
You can also build in the 2nd round and 3rd round, the 4th round. There are guys you can find in the later rounds. You can find those diamond in the roughs that can, come aboard your team and, make a difference. I just think a generational quarterback, especially one in his prime, you don't sleep on. Especially, like I said, if you're the Jets, Washington. If you're Washington, are you gonna go into next year with no legs? What's his name? Alex Smith.
Well, I'm not biased at all, but fuck Washington first off.
Yeah, fuck Washington.
But yeah, I really hope he doesn't go to Washington. That would suck. I think Washington will take over the division if Deshaun came, sadly.
So they already have a stout defense, so why not?
Yeah.
So cap space wise, I know I kind of talked a little bit about it. Jets are not number 1, but number 3 in cap space.
Okay.
New England's number 4 in cap space. Washington's number 6 in cap space. Miami's 8th in cap space. So yeah. So
Who's won? Who's won in cap space?
who was one? I closed it, but I think it was. I think it was.
That would have been important to know.
That would have been nice.
Jacksonville Jaguars #1, but they're not going to give up anything. But yeah, you know what though? Game predictions. What do you guys got? What are you feeling, Kev? What's your score prediction?
My heart's gonna tell. I gotta go with my gut, and I gotta go with my heart on this. So I gotta go Tampa Bay, 31-28.
Yo, that's great.
Did I just take it from you?
No, literally though, I'm Tampa Bay 34, KC 27. That was my pick. Tampa Bay winning. So close.
Melky?
I have Tampa Bay winning, of course. My score is a little similar. It's a little higher. So I've got 38-34.
Right on fucking cue. Tampa Bay winning 38-34 for me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
4 touchdowns for Mahomes, 5 touchdowns for Brady, and a couple field goals.
Yeah, obviously.
Why are you laughing?
So ridiculous.
I'm laughing at the Bronco. Because
he doesn't even know what a Bronco looks like, okay?
Right there. I got a Super Bowl winning hat on right now. Could you have yours?
I can buy one. I can buy one with 5 of them on it.
Hey, Antonio Brown, 2 TDs. That's a prediction.
No, I'm with you on that. AB 2 TDs.
What about? Sorry, go ahead.
Ronald Jones, he's got a TD. I think there's going to be a secondary interception by the Honey Badger. Oh. It's gonna be crazy. Like, this game is gonna be nuts. It's not gonna be a snore.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait.
Yo, what about Le'Veon Bell? Does he get a touchdown? Does he get
does
he get a goal line look?
He'll get a goal line look.
He'll definitely get a look, yeah.
Actually, I changed my mind about AB. He gets arrested at halftime for some domestic dispute.
They finally ruled in the plaintiff's favor and fucking pull him off the field.
I want to make a scary prediction too, that at least one semi-big or big player is going to have COVID and be taken out of the game.
Well, Robinson from Casey already has COVID, so it's starting.
How many TikTok dances?
Tom Brady has COVID. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
It's Chad Henne in the Super Bowl, and who else?
Chad Henne and Bruce Arians. He's
off topic. Did you all hear about that fucking thing that guy, that sports reporter said about Mahomes when he got concussed? He's like, you guys should just wait the game out and then let him play when he's ready. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Like,
I didn't actually hear that at all.
I think it was an ESPN sports reporter said something like, Mahomes got concussed. You should wait till he's 100% to play.
Yeah, that's a guy. Yeah, he never watched sports, and he went for broadcasting journalism, and he started in weather, and now he's randomly on ESPN. I just know what the fuck he's talking about.
No, sorry, Goobie, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, Ba, you had a little segment you wanted to talk about too, right?
About future predictions for next season or something like that.
Yeah, so I just thought it can just be one. We'll do it quick, but I'm thinking just stupid out there, way too early future predictions for next season. Can be anything. And I'm going to start it off with Melky.
Well, this really isn't a prediction, especially if they don't get Watson, but the Jets are going to stink.
Great. That's a bold take.
That's a fact.
No, that was my sleeper. No, Godwin, the wide receiver from Tampa, signs, because he's a free agent, signs with the Jacksonville Jaguars, the crosstown team, because they have so much money and cap space for Mr. Lawrence.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm saying Stafford takes the Rams to the NFC Championship next season.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't know about Super Bowl, but I'm saying the NFC.
So, okay, so do you want, you said outrageous?
Anything, dude. Anything. Stupid. Anything. I don't care.
Bills versus the Rams, Super Bowl 56.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I like that.
Bold.
All right, this one's gonna piss off the two Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
So Dallas does not sign Dak Prescott. Denver goes after Prescott, gets him, takes Denver to the Super Bowl.
I'm changing mine. I'm going with that.
We still
Do
have.
we have any weapons?
We still have his rights for this season. So.
No.
Oh, you do? Okay, let me think of someone else then.
Yeah.
No,
I was wondering if they franchise tagged him or not.
They did once. They have one more tag, which the tag will be higher. It'll be close to 40. I think it'll be 38, and then that's it. Then after that, he's eligible to be a UFA.
Yeah. Okay. I thought they already had. I knew they already did that. I thought it was only 1 year though.
You get 2.
I got it, Kev. Deshaun Watson sits out. Dak Prescott goes to Denver. Dallas picks up Deshaun.
Ooh.
At the end of next season, Zeke is waived.
Wait, goodbye.
Zeke's already not a. He's shown that he's slowing down. He's not going to be a top tier running back anymore in his career.
If I'm Dallas, like speaking of that, if I'm Dallas, I'm calling Houston, and I'm offering Dak, I'm offering Zeke, and some picks for Watson.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
Okay, bold prediction. You're gonna like this, Goobie. Buffalo Bills, the Super Bowl next year.
I like it.
I think they take a step back.
No, really? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll tell you why I don't think so. It's a very simple gesture that Stephon Diggs did. He watched KC.
And I love that.
That shows a lot. Like, I really want this.
That's hard. So that's hard right there.
That alone, I think they're going to make a step forward, and they'll go to the Super Bowl.
I think they need to improve their running game if they want to take the next step.
No, they need a running back for sure.
Their running game
Zeke
hurt
Elliott
them
to the
immensely.
Rams.
To the Bills?
Yeah.
They got Cam Akers. The Rams got Cam Akers. So
Zeke Elliott. To the Bills. Imagine.
Yeah, if you put Zeke on a good team, he might be okay.
I guess he's not going to Denver then, or Philly.
No, he's not. We're stacked at running back. Thank you. The only position we're okay at.
He's not going to go to any NFC East.
Actually, our offense is really good outside of our quarterback.
Did you hear the report? Denver offered Drew Lock, and Detroit said hell no.
Yeah, that's a good no in Detroit. No. I wouldn't want Drew Lock.
Yeah,
but
hold on. But before we go, Bob, like what's going on in Eagle Land? They want to trade Wentz. They don't want to trade Wentz. What the hell's happening?
Wentz is so religious that he's gone down. 3 days is passing. He shall rise again this season and take us to the glory land with his apostles. No, we're going to be probably absolute shit. I don't really know much about our new head coach. I know that he worked with Frank Reich or whoever. But they say that they're going to stick with Wentz. And I mean, I don't really give up on guys ever, but I just don't see. We're in such cap space hell too. The Eagles. It's going to be very frustrating. I think.
Do you think Wentz is just giving up on Philly, or did he give up on the coach?
Honestly, I think there's a chance that Wentz has given up on football.
Oh, it's that far gone.
Okay. I think with his new family, his refound faith. A couple years ago, he's like best friends with his new pastor, and I'm not saying anything against that, but I think with the money made, the Super Bowl ring, that there's a chance Wentz could go the Andrew Luck route and just say fuck you and kind of fuck Philly.
Maybe.
You know what? You know what? Speaking of religion,
who's taking this contract anyways?
What? No, speaking of I got this.
Segue. Speaking of religion, guys.
Speaking of religion, if you haven't checked us out on the Wild Eyed Mustard podcast, we did talk about a religious movie, not really religious, but kind of a joking religious movie. So check me, Ba, and Melky, and our boy Jean Denoir on the Wild Eyed Mustard podcast. And if you're one of those people that don't give a fuck about football, one, why are you listening? And two, check out Nobody Gives a Fuck, where we talk about random shit. Fuck it. Ba, what do you got going on in your life over here?
Yeah, just dropped a Leafs pod on the weekend with El Jefe. That was a total blast. And actually a lot of fun when there's positive news about the Leafs to talk about and it's not all negative. So it was great.
Kev, what do you got going on?
Not much, man. It's not snowing here, so that's good. I got out to the driver range a couple times.
Oh yeah.
And and I got a couple bets going with my buddies at work that they're all Canucks fans. So we got a 3-game series with Leafs and Canucks. So $5 per game, $20 for this series. Person that loses needs to wear the winner's jersey. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you got that in the bag, man. Canucks
nice.
are pretenders. Canucks are pretenders.
Yeah, you won't be wearing that ugly green fucking jersey.
Melky, you got a bunch of stuff going on. What's good?
I got stuff with you guys, obviously, like you just alluded to. But I got a cool fact for you all. So you can do it now, but don't reveal the answer. I have a question for you. What's the name of the dinosaur with 500 teeth? Look it up. Don't reveal because it's pretty controversial. And those who's listening and watching, look it up. If you get mad at me, it's okay. I'm black. Don't worry about it.
So that's a good clue to where this name's going. But
Googled it.
But guys, Sunday is around the corner. I can't wait. I think this is going to be one for the ages. Obviously, COVID's kind of taking a step back with our parties and stuff because we'd be probably at Timmy's or something going nuts. But watch the game. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be, again, one for the ages. I can't wait. Thank you all for being a part of this. You're the TD's family, and I can't wait for us to do another one next season. On that note, this is Melky. This is Goobie, Ba, Kevin. We're signing off. Super Bowl.
See you guys next season. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Eagles, Broncos suck.
Cowboy shit.
MCE shit.
Cowboys, fuck the Cowboys.
Damn you.
Broncos.